morning, everyone. I miss you guys. Because we can't meet, I've made a video for Sunday school and Bible class. So Stephen said he had asked you guys to watch Story Keepers episode 2 this week. So I think that's really interesting because the problem that Story Keepers had, they couldn't meet together, not because of a virus, but because, they were under threat from the Roman soldiers trying to stop them from spreading the story of Jesus. So the whole story this week is they're trying to keep the stories of Jesus alive by carrying this scroll, this story that Jesus told, across the city. So yeah, we can't do that. We can't go across the city, but we have an equally important job. We have to keep our faith, our relationship with God and Jesus alive. And actually, I know from my time in China, if you're not in church, well, I was in church in China, but I didn't understand it because I don't speak Chinese. That actually does have a knock-on effect on things like your prayer and your Bible reading. And so I thought it would be really cool to think about ways that we can keep our faith alive, or fizzing, and I have an experiment.
So for this experiment, we have 5 glasses and some Mentos. I want to see, when I drop the Mentos in, which glass will fizz for the longest. So we have water, tonic water, to see if it's the fizziness or the sugar. Orange juice, not fizzy but plenty of sugar. Let's see what happens. Lemonade and Coke.
So that was fun. But what things can we do to keep our relationship, our friendship with God really fizzing and alive? There are several things. Obviously, one of the most important, we have to pray. We have to speak to God, right? You can't have a relationship with someone without speaking to them. Now, you may think that praying, you just close your eyes and you talk. Yes, of course. But there are lots of ways of talking to God, actually. You might want to write stuff down. Maybe that will help. Maybe drawing something. Maybe if you're doing something with your hands, that will help you concentrate on what you're saying to God. And one thing we did in Bible class recently, we were thinking about those sorry prayers. And so we thought about the things we were sorry for and we coloured in something. And then we rubbed it all out again to help us to really visualise and think about how we're forgiven and all those bad things are completely gone when we give them to Jesus. Because obviously there's different kinds of prayers. Just ask for things. Remember, sorry, thank you, others, please, stop. Maybe you want to make a paper aeroplane out of your prayer you've written down and then throw it around and have fun. And you can pray while running as well as while sitting down. It's just running often you get distracted, which is why we usually sit down. So obviously another thing, we need to hear from God, and one of the best ways of doing that is through his word, the Bible. So obviously go watch the Story Keepers video because that's got some Bible stories in it. That's not instead of reading the Bible though. You're going to want to read your Bible, read together. Maybe if you're not that good at reading, you don't like reading, it's too much of a struggle, maybe you can listen to the Bible. There's loads of ways you can listen to it. There's the Daily Audio Bible has a kids podcast as well. There's lots of places you can Bible Gateway has lots of different voices reading out the Bible in different versions. There are lots of other videos as well, not just Story Keepers. You can watch some of the ones we usually watch in club, or maybe if you're in Bible class, you can watch some Bible Project videos. And I'm also going to give you a memory verse, maybe going over one verse over and over to really stick it in your head. See if you can do this. I would like to give you Mark chapter 4, verse 40. And this is in one of the stories that is told in the Story Keepers video. This is Jesus. He said to his disciples, "Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?" And I think that's a really important one right now. When we see things going on that we can't control, we don't understand, it's quite scary. Everything's really different, really suddenly. But we have to remember that just like Jesus standing in the middle of the storm and calming it, we can still trust him. We can still have faith in him. Nothing's too big for him. And finally, another important way to keep our relationship alive is each other, fellowship, which is obviously quite hard right now because we can't see each other. So we're going to have to be creative. Make sure you talk to your family about Jesus, about God. Maybe ask them what Stephen talked about if you're not going to watch the sermon, or maybe you watch the sermon as well. I don't know. Maybe you can text someone, your friends, if you have their phone numbers. Maybe if you have some more ideas, leave a comment on this video, because these are just the ideas I thought up. You've probably got some really good ones. How can we keep our friendship with God fizzing and alive? See you guys next week. Have a good one. Be nice to your families, all of you, adults included, and me, myself. Bye.